Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Bill Crane Report with my friend Dwayne Weiss.
It's going to be an exciting hour.
This is going to be something. I have done something a little different, Dwayne.
Oh yeah, what's that? We going to make sense?
No. But there's a lot of things happening today. Now this is where I was going to start.
Yep, I know. I guess.
And I've got some things in today's paper and on the TV news that I think bear talking about.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, and here's something I think might tickle you. Burger King is introducing a meatless Whopper.
Oh my God, I saw that.
It's called the Impossible Burger. It's the Impossible Whopper.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine?
It will be with me.
Yeah, because it'll be impossible for you to even take one
impossible
bite.
to buy it. Yeah.
Can you imagine a red-blooded American man going and having something that's got all kinds of peppers and
soybean
meal and God only knows what else in there.
No.
Oh,
No.
man. Pieces of kale and,
I have a son and daughter-in-law that for a while were doing the turkey burgers. And we go up there for a cookout and he said, "You want a burger or a hot dog?" I said, "Are they real burgers or are they turkey burgers or soy burgers?" Soy burger. No, I don't want them. I'll have a hot dog.
And the hot dogs, they get turkey hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Turkey and pork together. That's not the kind of things red-blooded American boys and guys should be eating.
Expect to see a feather sticking out of it.
Yeah, give me a break. Well, not to be outdone by Burger King, McDonald's is in the news this morning. Their kiosks, they force you to order on the kiosks.
Yeah, you told me about the one in Franklin.
So I haven't been back to that yet. I'm not going to do that.
I think the one down on George Levin Drive there on 152 going into North Attleboro has probably changed, because the last time when I go take my car in for service, I always stop and pick up a burger and something to take home. The last time I was, they were closed, and it wasn't locked up closed. I mean, the construction was going on.
They were all changing over
doing
the
that.
kiosks, yeah.
So it means that we got to go. You can't go up to the counter anymore and say,
No, I tried to do it, and he wouldn't take my order.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. So you got to go over to the kiosk. I said, I don't want to do that. Well, so you have to. There's a young lady over there. She'll help you. So I went over, and she was very condescending. I said, I'm not going to do this. That's it. Goodbye.
Yeah, she probably think, well, you old fart, you can't figure it out anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she was, yeah.
Yeah, probably couldn't. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
There's all these variables. I hate
that.
And I said, a Big Mac, no, it was a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want any pickles on there. And so then she had to go, well, you should have told me that. It's a special order now.
Yeah, right.
So she had to erase it. Then she puts it in, and then she hits another thing. Now, to take the pickle off, she had to go blip, 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 blip.
Yeah. Instead of just saying no pickles.
Yeah, no pickles.
Yeah.
And the old days, boy, was a guy took the order and said, "Hey, Eddie, no pickles on this one." Yeah. And guess what? It worked.
Last time I went to Quest, instead of walking in and signing the book, who's next? There's that damn iPod or computer there. And I said, what the hell? What do I press next to get this thing to come up? And I'm looking at some lady said, well, press that. And then I start putting in your name and your phone number and everything. Then I get halfway through, I make a mistake, and I got to start all over. We're not computer folks.
Yeah. I go over to my doctor in Rentham Center, and they hand me that thing. I just hand it right back to them. I said, I'm not doing this. I said, and if that means that you're not going to see me today, I'll see you later. I'll find somebody else.
Yep.
Oh, that Mr. Crane? No problem. No problem. So that was the end of that. So McDonald's kiosks, this is going to come as a surprise and a shock to you, are mining your information because you have to put in
course
a
they
credit card too. They are mining their information, your information, so they can modify their menus to capture trends.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? I'll bet you there's some other folks that would like to buy
Sure.
that info too, and McDonald's is no doubt selling it to them.
Well, they've probably been mining that for a while because they went to the automated cash registers. And partly because some of them people were so damn dumb they couldn't make change or they couldn't figure out what to put in. So it would say quarter pounder, boom, they'd just press the button and it would automatically come up with them. But them and the supermarkets, they've been mining that stuff for a while now.
Yeah. Well, Brexit.
Oh, what is going on with
Well, I'll tell you. I have a
that? I don't think anybody understands.
you know, so, and for you folks wondering what Brexit means, it's BR, Britain, exit,
Yeah.
get out.
Yep, get out
So
of the EU.
it's Britain leaving the European Union.
Yep.
Is that the same thing as the European Common Market, just by a different word?
I think the common market is their commercial organization. It's part of the
Part of it,
EU.
yeah.
It's the
So, the folks, the voting public, voted to leave the European Union.
not by a lot though.
No, I think it was 5 or 6%,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a landslide. That
But so now, there's a lot of controversy over there.
Yep.
He said, she said, this is going to happen, this is not going to happen. So everyone is confused. So
Yep.
the Prime Minister is confused as anyone else,
That's right.
Mrs. May. So they've been trying to work out a compromise with the European Union whereby they can get out. Now, one of the sticking points of all the bloody things that could be considered is the European Union has open borders.
That's right. They're
And the big sticking point is the border between Northern Ireland and Ireland.
That's right.
It's a closed border.
That's right. And if they leave,
Yep,
Northern Ireland leaves with them.
that's right. Exactly.
Technically.
Yeah, technically. Functionally, too, I think.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Because there is this
part of the
border.
UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a problem, amongst others.
Yeah. And also the trade. It's just a myriad of problems. I don't think the voter, it appears, knew or ever thought about it or was ever presented what the ramifications were. The
Well-
few things that I did read about, some of the people are having second thoughts.
There are. But some of the people are saying, I wished I had voted for Brexit. So but here's the problem. She's trying to hammer out an exit plan with the EU, and she keeps dumping it into the House of Commons,
Yeah.
and they keep turning them down. So they had a marathon meeting, and they put together another plan. This one was defeated 276 to 273. And that was a plan to keep Britain in a customs union with the EU, guaranteeing smooth and tariff-free trade in goods. The motion that went further, calling for Britain to stay in the EU's borderless single market for both goods and services, was defeated, 282 to 261. Then there was a fourth plan that would let Britain cancel Brexit if it came within 2 days of crashing out of the bloc without a deal.
Yep.
That went down the tubes, 292 to 191. Mrs. May has ruled out all the other ideas under consideration. But the divorce deal that she negotiated with the EU has been rejected by Parliament 3 times. So now what's going to happen is we have the deadline on April 12th.
Yeah, that's coming up fast, really fast. And they're not any closer to resolving this than they were on day one.
They're less,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
less likely
they're more
to
divided
resolve.
now than
Yeah.
they were before.
Yeah. And there's a divide that separates those in our government who want to sever links with the EU and those who want to keep the ties that have bound Britain to the bloc for almost 50 years. EU members have called a special summit on April 10th to consider any request for Britain for a delay or to make last-minute preparations for Britain's departure without a deal 2 days later.
Yeah.
So they're going to go out, I think, without a deal.
Without anything. I don't think they, and it's not just English, but they are noted for, if there's 550 people in that parliament, there's 550 ideas. Everyone's got something else,
Yep.
and they cannot agree on things.
It's incredible that, and I love watching them on C-SPAN.
Oh, and they're loud, and they're
they're
obnoxious,
great.
and
Yeah.
they stand up and they yell and they scream. Yeah.
I love to ask the Prime Minister. Mm-hmm. Man alive, that's a bare-knuckle fight.
It is.
Oh, gosh. But I think that there is no way anyone's going to agree on any bloody thing here at all on this.
No, I don't think they're just going to. It's just going to walk away and see what's
and it's
happening.
going to be chaos.
Chaos. Yeah.
Now, it would seem to me that under these circumstances, the U.S. and Britain could make a wonderful treaty on trade that would be beneficial to both parties.
Yeah, you could be a favored nation at that point. It would be an ideal opportunity.
It would be, except the House of Representatives.
That's right.
Now, the Senate would have, I believe it's the Senate that approves treaties.
Yes, it does.
But we've got a very slim majority there that appears to spend more time opposing the president than supporting him.
That's the basis. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter what it was. If it was Trump's or the Republicans' idea, they would fight it. It could be the cure for cancer.
That's right.
No.
No
Absolutely not.
way. You're not going to do it. We're going to wait till we have a Democratic majority so that we can claim we cured cancer. You're not going to get credit for it.
It's right. It doesn't matter because
Nope.
nothing will get solved or nothing will get done.
By the way, I love a couple of the ideas the Democrats have floated out here lately. We have to kill the Electoral College.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's anything. They will do anything to change the.
Yep. They want no matter they do not want the little states to have power.
No. Oh no.
And so as a result, they want the ones with the most electoral votes to have the most power.
Yeah.
So California, Texas, Florida, Illinois, New York.
I'm just adding something up here.
will dominate the Electoral College, and that's not fair.
Well, we know, we're told how bad Trump is doing and what his approval rating is. So you would assume that he's probably one of the worst presidents that we've had in modern times. Well, today the Wall Street Journal has an article. It's called Locked In, looking at approval ratings of the past 13 presidents back to Truman.
Yep.
Well, statistically, folks, he's not the worst. In fact, out of 13, the best, he ranks in the top 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Look at this. His disapproval rating right now is 38%. Everybody's going, 38%? He's a lousy, lousy president. All right. Obama did have 45. Clinton had 41. Kennedy had 46. And Eisenhower had 38. After that, Reagan had 35. Ford had 35. Nixon had 24. Johnson had 30. Carter had 28. H.W. had 29. W. Bush had 29. And Truman had 21. So he's in the top third.
Yeah. Now, how about that?
But if you listen to the news, he's the worst ever. His problem is just his mouth.
Yep. I have often said that Kellyanne Conway, if she could just filter his tweets that he
Yep.
puts out and clean them up before they go out.
Somebody censor him.
Yep.
And get a roll of duct tape.
Yep.
And when he's not doing something official, wrap that duct tape around his mouth.
You know, I have got an article written a little while ago. It was a 2-part article.
Yep.
The first part was the 10 best things that Trump has done. Second article was the 10 worst things he's done.
Yep.
I'll tell you, the 10 best things he's done is a very, very impressive list. And next time, we must talk about that.
Okay.
Now, so in the news this morning is another bit of information. 4 found dead at a North Dakota business. So 4 people were murdered in the city of Mandan, about 22,000 people in the western part of North Dakota. Now, what's the big deal about this? 4 people being murdered. Well, last year, only 10 people were murdered in the entire state.
Yeah.
Of
Admittedly, they have a lower population.
Dakota.
But
Right.
Their death per 100,000 is very, very low.
It is 0.01.
Yep.
In the U.S., it is 0.05.
Yep.
5 times more.
Yep.
Last year, there were 10 murders. The last year of record that we have. There was 10 murders in North Dakota. In the U.S., there was 17,284.
Yeah.
Now, what's that tell you? So this is a big news.
That was just a weekend in Chicago.
Yeah, 17,000, right. Well, I thought that was just an interesting little tidbit. Well, guess what? The Japanese emperor has resigned.
Yes, I saw that.
Yep. Akihito has abdicated. He's 85 years old. First Japanese monarch to step down in more than 200 years. And so does his era, known as Heisei.
Yeah. The new one's what, Reiwa? Are they?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to pronounce them.
Yeah. And there's a new emperor by the name of Naruhito. And Naruhito's reign will be called Reiwa,
That's the one
a term with multiple meanings, including order and peace, auspicious harmony, and joyful harmony, according to scholars.
my wife's nephew, I guess it's my nephew by marriage, has just moved to Japan.
Really?
He's teaching English in their school systems.
Well,
And it should be an exciting or interesting time for him.
I should be very interested.
He's a young man, sharp,
No,
smart.
I got to tell you,
He
friends.
speaks fluent Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'd have to. Yeah.
Yep.
I got to tell you something, friends. If you're not aware, don't go buying any Japanese bonds. You can't anyway, but if you could. Japanese bonds have a minus percentage rate. You give them $1,000 for a bond, and you're going to get back $998. A minus for a bond. Why would you want to do that? Safety, I guess, is
Yeah,
the only thing
that's
I
what
can
it is.
think of. Yeah.
It's like putting it in a savings account.
Yeah.
With no hard interest.
In this country right now, a long-term bond is around 3%, 3.10. I'm talking about a government bond, most of the investors now are looking at dividend-paying stocks, some of which yielding 4 and 5%.
Yeah.
The money's pouring in, and the dividend stocks are going up in value.
Yeah, I was surprised yesterday's closing on the Dow.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Up. Was it up
350 something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I saw that, and my wife's out in the kitchen. I said, "Oh my God, look at that Dow!" I said, 300. She said, "What?" And she's just yelling out there, "What's going on?" I said, "It's up, not down." You know. We took our with IRAs, not the Roth, but the old IRAs that you put in without taxables. You took the deduction off your income tax at that point. And of course, the devil comes due when you go to cash it in. But they have this minimum distribution that you got to take a certain percentage every year.
I know.
So the great financiers that we are, last year the market was really good, except when? Just before Christmas, and it peaked right to the bottom. Guess where the Weisses took their minimum distribution on?
Late December.
Right to the day that it pitted. I said, how can we, 365 days, we picked the worst of the bunch.
Right now, I don't know if this is the best time or not, but I don't think it's the worst time.
We're going to take it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not waiting. There used to be something called the Santa factor or something. Just before Christmas it would come up.
The Santa Claus rally.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to fall in for that one again.
No, that was a shocker. Well, in Missouri, they have death row.
Yes, they do.
And Russell Bucklew is on death row.
Oh, that's the guy that is afraid is going to be cruel and unusual punishment because he might suffer when he gets...
Yes.
That's the guy.
Yeah. And so he has said he doesn't think he should be executed because it is going to cause unnecessary pain.
Good luck.
And he's claiming his condition would make him choke on his own blood during execution. Justice Neil Gorsuch, one of the new Trump appointees, said the Eighth Amendment does not guarantee a prisoner a painless death. Something that, of course, isn't guaranteed to many
anyone. A lot of deaths are very painful, very traumatic.
Exactly right.
Natural death is not. It's very few people that are lucky enough to pass away in their sleep.
Do you know, I had a wonderful aunt, my Aunt Irene, my dad's sister. She was one of the most wonderful people that I've ever met in my life. I mean, she loved everybody. She was a sweetheart, and she loved her nephews, my brother Tommy and I. And she died bone cancer.
Yeah.
In the last week of her life, she couldn't move without cracking bones.
Oh, I know. It's horrendous what they go through.
The pain was unbelievable.
It's hard to come up with a lot of sympathy for this guy.
Yeah.
He's not on death row because he missed going to church a couple times.
No. He was convicted of killing a man who had been seeing his former girlfriend and of kidnapping and raping her. I don't know about you, but doesn't seem like a real fine fellow to me.
No, not me.
And I think that this is probably a just punishment. Now, let me ask you something. We go through this every single bloody time we execute someone.
Yep.
Please explain this to me. Well, sometimes when we inject one of these chemicals as part of a cocktail to kill him,
Yep.
sometimes he goes, he's fighting it, or it's hurting him, or something. Will you tell me why, with all the powerful narcotics we have to put somebody to sleep,
That's
you
right.
cannot put him to sleep
What would he
first?
do if he had to have surgery?
Yeah, that's exactly
I mean, how
right.
in the hell would they administer the anesthesia
Yeah.
to him if he's worried about that?
Yeah. I mean, bingo bango.
Yeah.
Bingo, you're asleep. I don't know about you, but do you remember the last time you had a colonoscopy?
Yep.
How long did it take you to go under?
3 seconds.
The count of three.
I was gone.
Count backward from 100, Mr. Crane. 100, 99, 98. That's the last thing I remember.
He said, watch the drops. Just
Yeah.
count the drops coming down.
Yeah.
It took 3 drops.
Yeah,
Next
that's
thing I
it.
know, I was waking up.
Yeah. Wake up, Mr. Crane.
Yep.
Yeah.
They gave me, believe it or not, fentanyl. Well, that's what fentanyl was made
Yes,
for.
that's right.
Not to be
A
abused.
powerful, quick hitter.
Yep. And
So-
it was just bang, just like that.
So this takes away all the rancor about getting the chemicals just
That's
right,
right.
to kill him. He's gone. He's sound asleep.
They could have cut my head
irretrievable.
off after those 3 seconds.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't have known it.
Nope. But
That's a book. You know what that is? That's attorneys again, coming up with these ideas
Absolutely.
of defense and not do the execution.
that's exactly what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Well, disaster aid fails in the Senate over Puerto Rico.
Yeah, go ahead.
Puerto Rico is a basket case.
Yep.
So the Republicans are saying they want to do one thing, the Democrats another. In the meantime, $13.5 billion now of legislation to go and help the people of Puerto Rico out is being held up
Yep.
by the Democrats claiming that $13.45 billion, and the Democrats are opposed to it. They want several $100 million more. So the Republicans put forth their plan, 44 in favor, 49 against. Then the House Democratic bill failed on a vote of 48 to 46. 60 votes would have been needed for either piece of legislation to advance. And in the meantime, they've been sitting with much needed repairs required to their electric grid, and not to mention all their homes that were destroyed by that hurricane. And the Democrats and the Republicans both are jockeying for position. You mean to tell me this pack of morons couldn't say, I'll meet you in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut yours by...
That used to be the modus operandi in Congress. Now it's just, I'm on my side, you're on your side, we're not going to change anything.
We're not going to give Trump a win. And Trump is digging in his heels and saying, I'm not going to let these clowns bury us.
Look at the people we're sending there now. You got Presley from up there, Malden or wherever the hell she's from.
Ayanna Presley.
Yep. And ask her what the press asked her what she's going to do when she gets to Washington. I'm going to fight Trump. Not that I'm going to go and sponsor some legislation that the country needs. Oh no, I'm going to fight Trump.
Absolutely. Look at the AOC, our favorite.
Ms.
Yeah.
Cortez.
She hasn't said more than 3 words that make sense yet.
That's right.
She's not interested in legislating.
No.
She's dropping bombs, throwing bombs. It's ridiculous. And I'll tell you what, and I mean this, the Republicans should just as much fault as the Democrats. They all should be ashamed of themselves.
Absolutely.
They are pitiful. Now, well, I thought you and I closed the door on the gas tax last week or 2 weeks ago?
No.
Apparently not. I don't understand this at all. Okay, the Republican Party. I'm a Republican. I've been a Republican all my life. The Republican Party opposes new taxes with a passion.
Yep.
The Democrats never have seen a tax they didn't love.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah. So now the Republicans continue to put themselves behind the 8 ball. No new taxes. Well, damn it, if the population of Massachusetts grows and people continue to have children and they continue to send them to schools,
Yep.
we gotta build more schools. Where do you suppose the money comes from? It's not magic.
That's right.
And it's the same thing
gotta
with
admit that.
highways and bridges, fire trucks. I mean, you name it. And with an increasing population, and also us, the elderly.
Yep.
As we age, and we are aging very fast in this state, 20% of the people in this state are elderly now.
We are.
We require
Yep.
more medication, more doctors' helps,
That we
more
do.
hospital stays. And where the devil do you suppose the money has got to come from? Well, it's got to come from taxes. Okay? There is, we are not going to get Harvard to hand over their endowment.
Those billions, they won't touch it.
$39 billion. That is obscene.
That is. But and even, we've gone through this before, but gas taxes are what fixes your roads, your bridges, your tunnels, whatever you've got. But it's based on gallon, so much per gallon. Cars today get a lot more miles per gallon than cars did when that law was passed.
They're doing double now.
Double, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, easy. And it's getting more time you get these hybrids and electrics and stuff.
That's right.
They're using less gas. We got less and less tax dollars coming in to fix those roads.
And guess what, folks? When they get better gas mileage, they buy less gallons of gas.
gas, that's right.
So the taxes per gallon is cut in half when people buy Priuses.
And we've never
50.
recovered from the big dig.
Oh,
We spent most of our highway funds financing that damn big dig.
which was a pack of lies right from the beginning.
That was Tip O'Neill's gift to the trade unions.
Well, that and it was Ted Kennedy's
Ted
gift
Kennedy, too. He was another.
I guarantee we will not go over, I think it was $3.8 billion.
Have $15 billion at the end?
Guarantee it.
Five times.
Now it's up around, well, when you consider.
still not done.
That's not. And they're saying 26, 27, 28 billion. That's the real cost.
Yeah.
But these people in the State House, I don't understand. You know, we have got to come up with some sort of tax issue, some sort of form of taxation that will take care of our needs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I read a very interesting article about the cost of hiring people from out of state, professionals.
Yep.
They won't come to Massachusetts because we don't pay as much as some other states do, and our housing is, some cases, is double.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy. Yeah. That's.
So, I mean, as Pogo said in that famous comic strip in 1952, we have discovered the enemy, and it is us.
Us, yep.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're just waiting, and I hate to see it, but it's going to happen. We're going to have a major highway disaster. We're going to have a bridge go down someday, like Connecticut did years ago, like Minneapolis did. Something's going to happen
that
here.
one in Minneapolis was a beauty.
I-35.
Yep.
Something's going to happen here.
Yep.
Did you see the thing that they're going to do on the Tobin Bridge now? Did you see some of the film work that they showed, the undercarriage or the superstructure of that
no.
thing? It looks like you could take a nail and scrape through the beams. Some of them are so rotten and so corroded.
That's scary.
That thing is scary to see underneath there,
Yeah.
how bad a shape that is.
Yeah.
And they're not. That bridge is not alone. I mean, we've got bridges all over here that
Well,
are like that.
unfortunately, we get a lot of bridges like that because we haven't spent money maintaining them.
Yep.
Because we've been taking the gas tax and spending it on social programs. If you want to appropriate money for social programs, do it.
Yeah.
Don't be swiping stuff out of other accounts.
Yeah. Just because it hasn't fallen down today doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's not going to fall down tomorrow.
The tobacco companies have been sending individual states millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah, because of the settlement.
That's right.
Yep.
And it is for tobacco
Yep.
education and stopping people to smoke.
But it's
teaching them about it.
being frittered away.
It's they spend in this state they spend nothing
Yep.
on that education. It goes to all kinds of other things.
I had to laugh. There was a thing in a paper, but I think it was, I'm not even sure where it was. If you see a pothole and you turn it in, you register. They'll a lottery to draw for a $35 gift certificate. I think maybe it was Maine. I'm not sure. But who the hell needs to be told that there are potholes? I mean,
Man, I'll tell you, and I appreciate the fact that it's too early to be repairing the damn things. I mean, we're just going to chew the stuff up,
oh yeah, it'll come right back out.
and we got to wait until warm weather before we can do it.
Yeah, well,
But in the meantime, it's you got to watch yourself out
you got
there.
to drive defensively.
Yeah.
You got to.
Now, speaking of that, big news this morning, arrested a guy, an Uber driver.
Oh, was he yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, for raping a passenger.
Passenger,
Yeah. And you know what? I've got to tell you something. If I were needing a ride, this Uber and Lyft would be the last bunch of people I would ever call.
Mm-hmm.
All they do is get an app from, and they supposedly send in a
Yeah, it's supposed to be
resume of
vetted
who
and
they
all that.
are or something. But taxi drivers are quarried.
Yeah.
Who's quarrying these clowns,
No
you
one.
know?
No
No
one.
one.
No one.
And past allegations of sexual assault in ride-hailing vehicles include 2014, Alejandro Donay was charged with kidnapping and raping a Cambridge woman. He was also linked by DNA and pleaded guilty to several prior rapes on the Esplanade. 2015, a 36-year-old driver was charged with groping a 30-year-old female rider in the North End. 2016, Donnell Booth, 34, was charged with raping a 16-year-old girl in Everett. Uber admitted it missed a criminal history that should have disqualified him. A 32-year-old Dorchester driver was charged with raping a woman in Boston. Luis Baez, 34, an illegal immigrant from the Dominican Republic, was charged with raping a female passenger while driving
That
under
can't be.
false identity.
That can't be.
Yeah, we're
Illegal aliens don't do
they're
that.
not
They're all
supposed to do
law-abiding.
that. Yeah,
Every one of them.
not supposed to have a license.
No.
No. A 40-year-old Everett driver was charged with raping a female passenger in Dorchester. Frederick M. Fogg, 30, a Ghanaian national who lived in Quincy, posted bail and fled the country after he was accused of assaulting a Weymouth woman. And a 26-year-old Everett man was charged with raping an inebriated woman. You don't read about taxi drivers doing this.
No.
This it's amateur hour night with these people.
That's exactly
out
what
there.
it is.
Yeah.
Because you you can just do whatever you want. You take your car and go start picking up.
Now,
But go ahead.
when you're using one of these people,
Yeah.
this is really good. Safety tips
Yeah. Okay.
for riders. If you can, use the buddy system. If you have to ride alone, sit in the back seat. Share your ride information with a friend. Uber and Lyft allow family and friends to track your trip without downloading the app. Sharing details such as your driver's name, picture, car make and model, and license plate. The route and confirmation of your drop-off. Call a friend, roommate, or relative and keep that person on the phone while you
Oh
ride.
yeah. It's just common sense, but
We shouldn't have a society
Yeah.
where people have to
do
do
that.
this.
But
I thought,
go ahead.
yeah, I thought the taxi system has worked fairly well for
Yeah.
a long period of time.
But it's just no matter where you turn to, there's something going on today. And you know what else? I either haven't read this or heard about it, but did you know that the Baltimore mayor is no longer mayor?
Got a better offer?
She's on a leave of absence.
What
Somebody
happened?
else has taken over. What happened? Well, now she's not feeling well.
Of course.
You all remember the mayor of Boston or Baltimore with the when the racial problems were
Yep.
there and
Yep.
her
Yep.
stance on anti-police and everything else. Well, it seems that Miss Pooh, like a Democrat elected in 2016, has also written a book, a children's book, for something about Healthy Holly, it's called.
Okay.
Well, she has also happened to be sitting on the board of medical review of the medical system in Baltimore.
Huh.
Well, her book just happened to be approved for 100,000 copies to take it into that system at $500,000. And now the press got a hold of it, and she suddenly got sick.
Uh-oh.
And she's
The flu,
on,
probably.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of medical leave. Poor thing is just upset. Somebody else, the second in line now, has taken over the mayorship of Baltimore. But did you see anything in the Globe about that?
No.
I didn't either.
They must have missed it.
They must have missed it. The Wall Street Journal picked it up.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal has had a couple of articles in there lately the Globe has missed.
Yeah, the Globe seems to they're falling down on the news.
Wow.
100,000 books at $500,000. There are people in Baltimore system now calling for her resignation.
Let's see, 100,000 books.
That's $5 a book.
Yeah.
That's an offer
and
a
what's there,
wholesale.
about 30,000 kids in school
Yeah,
in the
probably.
Baltimore system. Each kid gets
Well, it
3
wasn't even
books.
going to the school. It was going into the hospitals and the things to where kids in the hospital. You get a book. That's a lot of books.
That's a lot of
And at
books.
$5 a hit
Yeah.
for a wholesale to a little kid book, that's a lot of money. That's why there's the hue and cry for a resignation.
I'm sure that book was vetted very carefully
Oh,
and compared
absolutely.
to
I'm
all
sure
kinds
it's-
of other
Oh,
children's books,
of
too.
course.
And given the 5-star seal of approval. Wow.
So
How do things
hang
like
tight. She'll be back.
Unfortunately, the bad penny returns.
But the fact that we don't even hear about a major city, the mayor resigns, and there's not a word mentioned.
Well, they're very, very, very busy talking
Oh, I know.
about Mayor Marty Walsh had his fingernails cut last week or something.
Yeah, Marty.
Yeah.
Marty, he's right now. He's trying to defend Biden, so he's busy.
Well, he's also going to defend his 2 aides, too.
Oh, yeah,
that was the judgment against
thugs.
them. The thugs were being hauled back into federal court and retried.
They were just boys being boys.
Bealers being boys, yeah. Gee, would you kind of find a couple of jobs for a couple of friends of mine? Yeah.
Not only want jobs for them, We want you to hire supervisors for them and a
Yeah.
supervisor for them.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost a little bit, but you know, you won't get your legs broken. You understand what I'm saying?
That's it. Yeah. I don't know.
We are such hypocrites here.
We are. This is the most hypocritical state in the union.
Today.
We think we're the smartest people in the world.
That's we're the hub.
Yep, the hub of the universe.
Today, the Gaming Commission is meeting with the people from WIN. Okay, to see if WIN organization is fit to own a license in the state of Massachusetts.
And they're doing it surreptitiously.
Yeah, they won't even let the media
That's
go in.
right.
Now, they're deciding whether the or the WIN administration is fit to do business in this state.
Do you know?
Good Lord, this is one of the most corrupt states in the nation.
Do you know that this commission and the WIN bozos absolutely deserve each other?
Yep.
The,
First of all, the crime, the supposedly crime, it's a sexual abuse crime, hasn't been confirmed as a crime. It's still an allegation.
that's right.
And number two, it didn't even happen here.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, and Las Vegas has already fined him $20 million and kicked him out of the business. WIN is not even in the business anymore.
No, but we're going to make them pay for it.
Oh yeah. Now, they said suppose they say you're not fit. What happens to that multi-billion-dollar establishment that's built? 5,000 people have been hired for good jobs already. Everything's done. What happens then? Nobody knows.
I guess
don't
they're
know.
going to have to sell it for maybe 30 cents on the dollar.
Everybody goes, I don't know. We never thought of that. And do you realize what company, corporation, in their right mind, if they blow this place out of the water, what company in their right mind in this country would come to Boston
Well,
and invest money here?
not only that, but let's we'll make up the name of an
Yeah.
outfit. Crown Entertainment.
Yep.
All right. So do you think Crown Entertainment is going to pay full price for that? They're going to say 60 cents on the dollar.
Or just
And I'll tell you what, we're going to get all the regulations taken care of ahead of time.
Yep.
So that you people cannot screw with us. Of course, Massachusetts will screw
try.
with
Oh,
them
yeah.
anyway, because their word's not any bloody good. But, I mean, this is so stupid.
it's
incredible.
Arrogant and hypocrisy reigns. I mean, how can you, a state that had the number one criminal in the country's brother, Whitey and Billy, nobody saw any conflict there.
By the way, a state that elected and re-elected Ted Kennedy,
That's right.
who molested and attacked more bloody women.
And killed one of them.
Yeah, put one of them in the drink. But Teddy was, watch out, get a few beers in him, and he was off and running with the ladies.
Yeah,
But now,
Oh, my
if
God.
you look at a woman,
Yep.
it's harassment.
That's right.
But
Hypocrites. Total hypocrites.
But if Teddy could come back from the grave, he'd be reelected 10-1 in Massachusetts.
Just like they cut a little cut some of the funding for the Special Olympics. I forget, it was $7 million or 7, or I don't know what it was. It was not a total. It wasn't trillions or billions or anything like that. And young Kennedy, he is fussing and fuming over it. Well, damn it, Kennedys, take some of your billions and billions of trust funds and donate $20 million to yourself.
You know, folks, I got to interject just a quick little thought here. When the politicians cut something out of Special Olympics, they're not taking any money out of it. What they're looking at is the next budget and the 7% increase in that budget, and are knocking it down to 4%.
Yeah.
So
It's not a cut.
So they're still getting a 4% raise. It's a bloody game the insiders play in this state all the bloody time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That nobody's getting hurt when you read, oh, they cut the budget. Give
Yeah.
me a break.
They
I
let
tell you,
they let you believe that, though.
yeah.
It's-
Oh, yeah.
yeah. The press will.
yeah.
will
And it's, well, you know, it's money they would have gotten
Mm-hmm.
if we, yeah, give me a break. Now, guess what? The city of Brookline has rolled out electric scooters.
and somebody almost got killed already.
Somebody got clobbered. You know what? Now,
did stitches.
this is going to be the biggest boondoggle.
Oh, I can't see this.
Now, Dwayne, guess what? Guess who's going to hop on these things? I can't walk all the way back to Filene's or wherever the hell they're going. So they hop on one of these scooters. A 78-year-old lady that has a walker or something, and she hops on this and goes, boom! Off she goes.
Already happened.
Yep. This is nothing for the elderly, okay? These scooters to ride on.
Not just the elderly, but the people that are not good with balances
Well,
and
Do you know the motorized, the product above a moped?
yeah,
I think it's under 50 or 60 cc's.
yeah, like the Vespas.
The Vespas, yeah.
Beautiful little bike.
Yeah, but you know what?
Scooters,
you
I
get
guess.
retirees and everything that have never ridden a motorcycle.
Much a bicycle. much
Yeah,
less a motorcycle.
and they are going to hop on that
Yeah.
thing and they drive into traffic and get killed or break.
Even those that are proficient at it, watch when you go into Boston, particularly. Watch the bicycles.
Oh.
Total disregard of traffic laws, and they say, "Well, we have to watch out for cars. You're going the wrong way in one-way street. You're running red lights. You're making turns where you're not supposed to make turns, and you're just totally disregarding traffic laws. You're putting yourself in peril. Now you put a motorized thing on top of it. It's going to be a carnage."
How does this work?
5.
How does this work?
Yeah.
What are these things for? What are these handles for? Oh yeah, this is really going to be great.
You see that if you go to Bermuda, they have got these mopeds, a lot of them. And people come and they've never ridden one before in their life. And they say, "Oh, that's easy." And so many end up with broken arms and broken legs. And
Do you know what? Now, I don't know if you get to sign something before you can rent one.
that's a good point.
But boy, oh boy, if they are not checking to see whether you can handle it or not and giving you a dangerous thing like that and you end up getting killed, boy, your kids are going to have a lawsuit against
Oh,
the
yeah.
city of Boston that ain't going to quit. Unbelievable. Well, now, Senator Warren has fallen on evil times here. She's finding it difficult to raise money.
Oh, yeah, the poor thing.
Yeah. And she's really gone nuts, picking out things that she is on top of now. Reparations.
She's an opportunist. Whatever is hot at the moment, or whoever she's speaking to, she's for it.
Yep.
She goes to point B, she's got a different idea. C is the, and at some point they're contradicting what she had before. But she just knows it. Well, this is how it is.
You know what's interesting is she was in Iowa the other day, and she said, no foreigners should be able to buy American farmland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
You know, I'm not wild about folks in other countries owning some of our land and our buildings, but either we stand for something or we don't. I mean,
yeah, that's right.
I don't know. And she also referred to President Trump as Führer Trump and his blood and soil populism. And she announced she don't want none of them tricky foreigners owning our God-fearing American farmland. And you can find that.
Tuba.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. That was terrible.
We got two.
Two, okay. She's been asked about this stuff, and her said, no comment, no comment. One of the things that drives me nuts about reparations.
Oh, we can do half a show on that. Yeah.
But you know what? And look, there's plenty of blame to go around. But what we've done to the Native American Indians
Yep.
pales in comparison to how we've rehabilitated the blacks from slavery.
Yep.
Look, slavery was a terrible thing. It was a horrible thing. I'm not responsible for it, okay? And I'm not sure why they think we should have to pay reparations for something my relatives probably never did.
Part. Nope.
But the reservations in this country, the Indian reservations, are a disgrace.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Their medical care is a disgrace.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we probably should do a show on that.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. And then also next time I'm gonna. Mr. Galvin, our Secretary of State, is all upset because Massachusetts has a dire, dismal record of returning census information.
Oh dear.
So that means federal funds don't come in because you're underreporting your population. Well, I've got the solution for him. We'll pick that up next time.
I'm looking forward to it.
He's so upset. He can't sleep. He just doesn't know what to do. The solution's simple.
My word. All right. Well, folks, this wasn't the best show we've ever put together, but
Awful close.
awful close. But these were just the things that I fished out of the paper
Oh, I know.
or off the TV today. And I got some more stuff in here that. But anywho, well, listen, boys and girls, spring is here, and we should welcome it by going out and planting a nice garden. And then when the tomatoes and the corn and everything is ready for harvest, you bring nice bags of it to Billy and Dwayne.
Yep, good idea.
I think that's a swell idea. And on that note, we'll wish you a very, very nice couple of weeks, and we'll see you again soon.
Think spring.
Think spring.